Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the 14th annual AT&T Summer Bridge Program closing ceremonies. Today, we are here to celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of 38 dedicated and enterprising students. To the students, each of you have invested your care, your attention, and your time. You have each approached the program with enthusiasm and curiosity, and you've persevered. We started this program with a seemingly simple motto in mind: you belong here. I say seemingly simple because there are those who would think or say, well, you're accepted into OU engineering, so of course you belong. Many engineers will remember that feeling as a student, wondering if engineering was the place they belonged. The studying, putting in the hard work for your classes, all those experiences that the upperclassmen and faculty speakers have shared with you during the program. I know there may still be times that you wonder in the future, but it's my hope that you'll be able to hold up your experiences in the AT&T Summer Bridge Program as proof for yourself. You do belong here. So students, congratulations, you did it.
Thank you, Chris. Before we go on, we would like to take a moment to recognize each of you who have joined us today to celebrate the accomplishments of our 2020 cohort. First, I'd like to thank all of the program participants and their families, friends, and supporters for joining us today. We have students, families, and guests from across Oklahoma and Texas, but also as far afield as Tennessee, Illinois, Kansas, and Connecticut. Welcome. Next, I'd like to thank all of the friends who have joined us today from our program sponsors, AT&T and Dolese. In particular, I'm so glad to welcome to this call Matt Hickey, Vice President, Public Sector and FirstNet Marketing at AT&T. Celeste Davis, Principal Project Manager, Program Manager on the Return to Work Task Force at AT&T. Steve Hahn, President of AT&T Oklahoma, and Jan Moran, Area Manager External Affairs at AT&T Oklahoma. And from the Dolese Brothers Company, Mark Helm, President, CEO. Frank Kermit, Director, Communications and Community Relations, and Lori McCullough, HR Training Coordinator. Thank you for investing in the Summer Bridge program. Your financial support continues to change lives. We are also joined today by members of the Dean's Advisory Board on Diversity, members of the Felger Society, school advisory boards, and college's Board of Visitors, among other special invited guests. We are so glad you all were able to join us to share in this special occasion. Finally, welcome to all of the University of Oklahoma faculty and staff who have joined us today. We have representatives not only from our Gallagly College of Engineering and Mewborn College of Earth and Energy, but also from the OU Library's Emerging Technologies Department and University College, who have been invaluable partners in this experience. In particular, I would like to thank Dean John Clear, Dean Randa Shehab, Dean John Antonio, and Dean Teresa Marks from the Gallagly College of Engineering, and Dean Mike Stice from the Mewborn College of Earth and Energy for joining us for this celebration. Dean Stice, I invite you to say a word of welcome.
This opportunity. I'm calling in from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I did not want to miss the opportunity to once again thank AT&T and Dolese for their financial support for this program that has been so successful over the years. I want to congratulate all the students that participated. I know that this program is enriching in a lot of ways, but probably one of the main principles that Lisa and a lot of us try to drive home is that, it's the relationships that matter, and you get the opportunity early on, prior to coming to campus, to build these early relationships and recognize that getting a college degree is a team sport. So here at the University of Oklahoma, we just want to extend a warm and hearty welcome to you. We're really looking forward to seeing you on campus. We're excited for you to join the new Boomer Sooner family. And once again, welcome and thank you. And thank you, Lisa, for letting me participate.
Thank you, Dean Skies, for your warm words of welcome. We wish you and yours safe travels coming back home to Oklahoma. John Clear joined the OU Gallagher College of Engineering as Dean July 1st. He comes to us from the University of Massachusetts Department of Chemical Engineering, where he served as department head and professor for nearly 5 years after working for 26 years at the Dow Chemical Company, where his efforts focused on polymer, surfactant, and colloid science. He is a member of the National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Inventors. He is passionate about engineering, and we are excited to have him leading our college. Dean Clear, thank you for sharing a few words with us.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to the students. I'd like to congratulate all of you on this. I think it's a fantastic program, fantastic way to get to know OU. You know, I'm new to the university myself, and what I've seen already is that it's a really welcoming, collaborative environment, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you personally and also getting to know the rest of OU. So in a way, I'm sort of an honorary member of your program, or at least I feel that way. You know, I just want to extend a welcome. I hope to actually get to know you in person in the coming years. My door is always open, my email's open, my phone is open, and I really, really am thrilled that you're joining us in the College of Engineering. I also want to point out that, you know, from my experience, engineering is just an absolutely fantastic set of majors. It allows you to do things that you might not even imagine, right? You can go into human resources, you can go into marketing, you can go get an MBA and be a business person, or you can do traditional engineering process and R&D. And so there are tons of opportunities, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you about some of those opportunities and career paths that are ahead of you. So congrats, and I'm really looking forward to the presentations and learning about your boats.
Thank you, Dean Clear. I am pleased to invite Celeste Davis to share a few words. Celeste Davis is a graduate of the University of Oklahoma Industrial and Systems Engineering and AT&T Summer Bridge programs. Following her graduation, Celeste joined AT&T, where she has held a number of technical and workforce development roles. She has just completed an assignment with the first of its kind, AT&T Summer Learning Academy, and is now serving as a principal project program manager on the Return to Work Task Force. Welcome, Celeste.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you for that warm welcome. I'm so excited to be able to be here and share with you my experience and also to represent AT&T. We are so proud to support this program and all that it does to prepare the amazing students for their future, not only in the Gallagher College of Engineering and Mewburn College of Earth and Energy, but for their careers post-graduation. Since 2007, AT&T has been investing in this wonderful student opportunity. A little information for you all about this year's program for our guests. This year, AT&T Summer Bridge Program was a 6-week program for incoming freshmen facilitated through Zoom and other online platforms. Students have the opportunity to take math class for college credit, giving students a chance to set themselves up for success when class begins in the fall. In addition to focusing on math, students attended professional development seminars hosted by AT&T and others, participated in team building activities, and collaborated on their team projects. Summer Bridge students also learned about the campus resources and prepared for the big transition of moving away from home to live on campus. Most importantly, the students were able to build a community of support as they get to know each other and the OU staff and faculty who will support them for the next 4 to 5 years. The AT&T Foundation chose to invest in this program because, like our friends at OU, we were concerned about students being prepared for college math courses. We wanted to do something to help students and ensure they stayed in school and graduated. And I'm pleased to see this program continue its mission in changing the world. Parents and family members, thank you for supporting your students and encouraging them to participate in this program. I know you will join me in congratulating all of our AT&T Summer Bridge graduates. So a round of applause for all of you. We're so proud of you. And so I just want to take a moment to talk about my experience with the program and the benefits that being a part of Summer Bridge had for me, not only in school, but also for my career. So like Lisa mentioned, I came through the Summer Bridge program in the summer of 2012. It seems like so long ago, but that program, it really transformed my life. We were the last class of 28 of the smaller classes. So the year after we completed our Summer Bridge program, they moved to the larger form of 50 students, which is awesome, right? To be able to support so many students, especially with this program, because it's so impactful. And so I'm from Houston, Texas originally. I didn't know anybody coming to OU. And I saw the Summer Bridge program and I was like, okay, that's an opportunity for me to get ahead in classes, of course, but then also an opportunity for me to make friends. And so when you talk about the Bridge program setting up students for success, it really does become just that, because not only academically, for me at least, when I tested before I started Summer Bridge, I was going to be placed in pre-calculus. That would have put me behind for my engineering courses. By the time I finished Summer Bridge, I was placed into Calculus 1 and I was able to start my engineering program on track. That's a huge advantage, especially when it comes to paying for school, which is also a topic for all of us. But so academically, I got ahead. I was able to form study groups with my friends at Summer Bridge, but also get familiar with the campus. So I know virtually the students haven't had the opportunity to do that this year, but still, you still have made a community, right? So you've learned things, you've advanced your knowledge before you start school, you know who the faculty and staff are, but you all have built relationships and friendships that will last you throughout your college career. I met my two best friends at Summer Bridge. I actually just went on a trip with them. I think the first weekend in July, we took a safe COVID safe trip down to Austin just to get away for a bit, but those are my friends that I made in Summer Bridge. We've literally held each other up throughout the entire time in college, held each other accountable, studied together, we pushed through classes together, and just supported each other in a way that I don't think would have happened had we not had Summer Bridge. And so I want to make sure all the students know that the friendships that you've made, though virtual, once you all get back to campus, make sure you really take time to connect with each other and invest in each other and be there for each other and support, because this becomes your family. This becomes the people who will make sure that you get across that finish line of graduation, whether it be 4 years, 5 years, and some of you might even take 6 years, but that's okay. Lisa will tell you often throughout your years in school, you just graduate with that engineering degree, don't quit, because you can do it. This community is here to support and uplift you. So it's a little bit about my experience. I couldn't be more proud to be a graduate of Summer Bridge and then also University of Oklahoma, and then be able to come to AT&T to work full time, where I started my career in the technology development program. But I've moved over following my passions. You know, Dean just mentioned that, you know, you can have a multitude of careers. So now I'm in HR, and I moved, before I got this role as a project manager, I was a college campus recruiter. And so I recruited for OU and our programs and got to be a part of Summer Bridge for the past 2 summers, from the AT&T side as an employee, volunteering and helping out with you guys. Some of you might know, I've seen some of the camp counselors. I know Riley's on the call, and I remember her when I came last year to volunteer. So it's a lifelong thing, and AT&T makes space for the Sooners and the people we support here in the Summer Bridge program. I know my best friend Alexis also works at AT&T as well. She got me my job here. So the opportunities are endless with this community. And so I really, again, cannot stress enough investing in it and investing in each other and maintaining those relationships and those bonds that you formed. They become so important and so critical as you go through school and as you go through life post-college. And so it's a very unique opportunity. And I'll stop there. I'll open myself up a bit for questions, of course, at the end, or even if you guys want to reach out to me on LinkedIn, feel free to, but I'm going to pause there and continue with the rest of my speech, so I won't take all the time. But I just wanted to make sure I drove home the importance of this program and why it's so good and so beneficial for each and every one of us, not only you all as students, but for those of us at AT&T who are supporting you. We care about you and in your life and how you transition into college and into the workforce. And so that's why we support this program. So now you are graduates and you are about to join a unique club of AT&T Summer Bridge alumni. Honestly, we have the best alumni group ever. We're so much fun. So I hope you all stay involved in the program as mentors and advocates for fellow students, become counselors, become employees who come back to Summer Bridge, whatever you choose, and we'll hope you'll pay it forward, the support you receive from your Summer Bridge counselors and staff. AT&T and our friends at Dolese, who sponsored the math course in the program, invest in you in this program because we want you to be successful. We want you to flourish at OU. We want you to achieve your dreams and get a degree because we know that you can do it. It's thrilling to think that next year we'll be celebrating the 15th anniversary of AT&T Summer Bridge, with more than 500 students who have benefited from the program. On behalf of everyone at AT&T, I want to thank you for letting us be a part of this special program. We are so, so proud of you, and we look forward to getting to know you as an OU student. Boomer Sooner.
Thank you, Celeste. Thank you so much for being with us today. We all look forward to your continued support for our students, the Langley College of Engineering, and the Mewborn College of Earth and Energy. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Allison Quiroga, graduate of the Langley College of Engineering with a bachelor's in architectural engineering and a master's and PhD in civil engineering. Prior to joining the diversity and inclusion team, Allison worked in the civil engineering industry as a technical engineer. Allison's creativity, attention to detail, and her vision are only just a few reasons AT&T Summer Bridge 2020 was a huge success. She handled every roadblock or challenge with such grace and poise, and always so eloquent in her communication. We are incredibly thankful for her leadership and guidance. Thank you, Allison, for the immeasurable amount of time and energy you poured into AT&T Summer Bridge 2020.
Thank you, Lisa. I will do my best to follow that and not cry, although I will not lie to you. I'm off script right now. Sorry, but I am so proud of each and every one of you. So fighting off the tears has been real today to begin with. Okay, back on script. Sorry so much. And now, before we invite our program coaches to recognize the students, I would like to take a few minutes to acknowledge the historic achievements of the AT&T Summer Bridge Program class of 2020. There have been, of course, many other firsts during the story of this program. When AT&T Summer Bridge was first established at OU in 2007, and in 2014, the first year that math courses were offered for credit. And while some of the things that mark this year's program as a first are evident, I'd like to focus on some of the groundbreaking changes that were unanticipated firsts with this program. This year, each participant had an unprecedented amount of independence in the control of their schedule during the program. Although, of course, we did have a fixed daily schedule, each student decided to call into each math class, afternoon meeting, and study hall session. Some of you may have received 9:20 a.m. wake-up calls, but it was still your choice to wake up, get ready for the day, and begin that day in a math class. So I understand, but thank you for that. While living off campus, each of our students has needed to balance their AT&T Summer Bridge commitments and outside responsibilities in a way distinct from any prior cohort. This is the first year that our students have held jobs or even taken outside classes concurrent with their enrollment in AT&T Summer Bridge. You've all learned something about balancing time with your family, time with your friends, and time for yourself while pursuing an academic goal. Think about balancing time with your family, time with your friends, and time for yourself while pursuing an academic goal. Finally, I want to spotlight the flexibility that these students have shown in their transition to classes at the University of Oklahoma. Often, the jump to college level courses can be a shock, but on top of that, these students also jump to fully online learning. You've all shown that despite being faced with challenges, you have the resilience to take changes in stride and keep working towards your goals. You've each received countless advice from our visiting upperclassmen, your coaches, your tutors and classmates, and all of the wonderful faculty and staff who've joined us during this program. And I hope you have some room for just a little bit more, because I have just a little bit for you. Make sure to celebrate the wins, all of them big and small. And although I personally wouldn't call this accomplishment small, it is just one step forward to your goal of becoming an engineer. Your path to receiving that degree may include some trials and some setbacks, but don't let those discourage you. Keep your eye on the goal and remember to celebrate the wins along the way, and you'll know that you do belong here in the OU engineering community.
And now I would like to invite our program coaches to recognize our graduating students. Each coach will announce the name and a special superlative recognizing their AT&T Summer Bridge team. Family, friends, and guests, you're welcome to cheer on your student privately or publicly using the chat.
Hello, my name is Rayven Medice, and I would just like to say that I am so glad to have been able to be a coach to the outstanding students of Team Rayven. They have amazed me by their determination and ability to work hard, which is something I admire about all of them. I know that each member will continue to move forward and do amazing things as they continue to pursue their degree in engineering. Team Rayven, I will always be here for you, not only as your coach, but also as your friend. I am so proud of each and every one of you for the work you have done, and I cannot wait to see you on campus to give you big air hugs. Emily Bishop, Avila, Texas, Biomedical Engineering. Dorian Harris, Houston, Texas, Computer Engineering. Heather Shimming, McPherson, Kansas, Biomedical Engineering. Kiera Brown, Purcell, Oklahoma, Chemical Engineering. Praise Anium, Keller, Texas, Mechanical Engineering. Avery Bullock, Grand Prairie, Texas, Mechanical Engineering.
Thank you, Rayven. Hey guys, what's up? Thank you for joining us today. I'm so proud of how far we've all come these last 6 weeks. This has been a journey for all of us, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter in all of our stories. So first, I want to talk to the parents. You should be so proud that your children are the future. They've shown persistence and fortitude by participating in this program for 6 weeks. And if you're anything like my parents, I know you're worried and concerned about them going off to college, but trust us when we say your future engineer can handle it. For all of the incoming freshmen that I've gotten to know in these past 6 weeks, I know it wasn't the most exciting thing to sit through 5,000 presentations and hear from 5,000 different people tell you about the best way to live at OU, but trust me when I say they matter. It might be tacky or cliche to say that this program has changed my life, but it's the truth. Summer Bridge means so much to me because I had no friends coming to OU. To clarify, I did have friends, but they weren't coming to OU with me. When I was a senior in high school, I was at the top of the world, but I knew that I'd have to start all over in college. It was exciting looking forward to all these opportunities for growth, involvement, relationships, and knowledge. But of course, I was still anxious about literally everything. How was I going to find these opportunities? How was I going to get a job and handle that on top of academics? Would I get along with my roommate? There's like literally so many things you could worry about and stress about in college, not going to lie. But as a summer bridger myself, that changed everything. That changed my entire perception of college. While I was in the program, like honestly, I didn't talk to the counselors a lot. I didn't even really talk to the staff a lot because they were busy running the program. The people I connected to the best were my peers. While I was in the program, we were living in the dorms, and that really helped me form those study groups, get to hang out with people, and even find some roommates for my sophomore year. So I know it was a very different experience being online. but you have been given a critical advantage compared to your classmates in the fall. Alongside the fundamental theorem of calculus, I hope you learned that cooperation will get you further than competition, and that a difficult math class does not define your self-worth. To this day, my friends ask me where things are on campus because I have access to so many resources through the Diversity and Inclusion Office. You don't need to memorize everything that you learned during the program because that's so much information, but always know that you have a family and a home in diversity and inclusion. Your college experience is valid, and you don't have to do what I do to be successful, but I hope that each of you find your own path to success during your time at OU. I know y'all all got some great connections out of this program, and I'll always be here for the rest of y'all's lives. It's an honor to call these individuals my friends. Sal Carrion, Edmond, Oklahoma, Chemical Engineering. Fernando Franco, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Biomedical Engineering. Jeffrey Garrison, Edmond, Oklahoma, Computer Engineering. David Hernandez Perez, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mechanical Engineering. Afif Intisar, Edmond, Oklahoma, Electrical Engineering. Kevin Murphy, Frisco, Texas, Aerospace Engineering. Ryan Scroggie, Norman, Oklahoma, Chemical Engineering. I hope to see you all again on campus. Don't be a stranger. These past 6 weeks, it's been the best part of my week getting to see you guys, Team Magic Steve. And so I'm just so excited to get to see you all on campus. And yeah, don't be a stranger.
Thank you so much, Christian, for those words. Hi, my name is Riley McCue, and over these past 6 weeks, I've had the privilege to personally coach 6 optimistic and intelligent young men. These young men have just laid the foundation for their higher education. This foundation includes personal relationships with OU professors, group project experience, and friendships that will support them through the rigorous academic environment they will soon step into. Just by applying to be in this program, these young adults have taken an extra step towards several successful years at OU. They have already leaps and bounds ahead of their fellow roughly 4,000 freshmen coming to OU, and I respect them greatly for taking that step and completing this wonderful camp. It is not an exaggeration when I say I love every minute I spend talking to my campers. All 6 of them are extremely driven to be successful at OU, and that inspires me. With that being said, I have some last few words of advice. Stay driven. It is too easy to become passive in this field, and many are discouraged by the rigor required. You 6 men, however, have shown me what drives you, and please do not lose that drive. Keep putting yourself out there. This camp at the beginning was awkward. And with this format, it is easy to turn off your camera and to not be engaged to avoid the awkwardness. However, none of you did this. You embraced the awkwardness of virtual calls and put yourselves in the spotlight to ignite conversation. The more you put yourself out there, the more opportunity you have. Closed mouths do not get fed. And finally, don't be a stranger. These past 6 weeks were full of panels of students, faculty, and staff. So if you need anything, you have 6 weeks worth of connections at your hands. So use them. Each of y'all gave your own unique personalities to our group and created a wonderful support system for y'all to use in your freshman year. You have taken full advantage of this program, and it's been absolutely wonderful to see y'all develop and improve your skills. And these wonderful young men are Avery Ladyman from Chickasay, Oklahoma, studying mechanical engineering, who has incredibly amazing skills ranging from hunting to jiu-jitsu. Daniel Vargas from Mount Vernon, Texas, studying biomedical engineering, who is always driven to get ahead. Ethan Lavelle from Ada, Oklahoma, studying mechanical engineering, who knows how to stay cool and collected. Jose Beto Garcia from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, studying aerospace engineering, who has an amazing, admirable work ethic. Min Dang from Glenpool, Oklahoma, studying computer science, who always makes me laugh. And Romani Steffens from Dallas, Texas, studying aerospace engineering, who is always confident and kind to all. It has been an amazing pleasure being your coach, and please do not be a stranger. After Bridge is over, I'm still your coach. I'll still be your #1 fan. Thank you.
Thank you, Riley. Hey everybody, I'm so glad that you were able to make it to the closing ceremony of this year's AT&T Summer Bridge Program. This has definitely been an interesting 6 weeks, a time full of fun, information, and eagerly preparing for this upcoming semester, your first experience at OU. I sincerely hope that your short time in this program was as meaningful for you as it was for us as staff. When those of us that have gone through Bridge in the past first talked about its impact on us, I'm sure some of you may have had some doubt, but I hope you see it now. The advice, encouragement, and sense of community that you built with Bridge and the Diversity Inclusion Program will help you excel in your college career. I knew after my Bridge that I wanted to contribute to this amazing program as a coach, and I don't think I could have gotten more of a perfect fit than I did with my group. It's my pleasure to introduce y'all, in no particular order, to my campus, collectively known as Team Colt. Hadi Fawad, Norman, Oklahoma, Mechanical Engineering. Caden Matthews, Edmond, Oklahoma, Aerospace Engineering. Mahit Shah, Edmond, Oklahoma, Engineering Undecided. Caleb Arredondo, Moore, Oklahoma, Computer Science. Thomas Wen, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Computer Science. Caleb Messiani, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Electrical Engineering. James Mahoney, Waterford, Connecticut, Electrical Engineering. Y'all are a great group of guys, and it's been so fun hanging out with y'all, whether it's me giving college advice or helping you through your class schedules, us playing games, or even planning meetups for the fall. It's crazy how fast these 6 weeks have gone by, and thanks to y'all, I'm really going to miss it. I wish you all the success as you go into your freshman year, and just know that I'll be there for you guys whenever you need.
Hello, my name is Elina Avila, and it has been an absolute honor to have coached Team Chameleon. Although we are the smallest team, I believe we are the best tightly knit team. You know what they say, tiny but mighty. When we first began, everyone was a little shy. You know how the first day of camp usually goes. Many quiet and awkward stares, and things aren't exactly made better by Zoom. However, as we started to know each other better, I started to see more and more smiles, and my campers got to know more about me and why I chose to work with first-year students. I have 5 incredible campers that I would not change or exchange for anything. Throughout the program, they have kept me on my game, always asking me good questions that I did not see coming. But that's all right, because that's when they get to see me improvise. We have laughed together, we have been confused together, and we have even been slightly lost together while I searched through the entire Canvas website looking for answers. But this is what makes up the Summer Bridge experience. The best part of it all, is that this is just getting started. We, as coaches, set out to Summer Bridge with one goal in mind, letting each camper know they belong here. If there's one thing I want you to remember from the past 6 weeks, Team Chameleon, it's that this university cannot be its whole self without your whole and authentic self. I cannot wait to welcome you and everything you are to campus with open arms and guide you throughout your first semester. I am beyond proud of everything my campers have accomplished, and I only hope to someday see the following students in person. John Moyer from Moreland, Oklahoma in mechanical engineering. Marissa Williams from San Antonio, Texas in civil engineering. Jess Ho from Plainfield, Illinois, in petroleum engineering. Anthony Moretti from Lewisburg, Tennessee, in civil engineering. And Zach Dubree from Eufaula, Oklahoma, in chemical engineering. Thank you all for being my lovely campers.
Okay, and the best for last. I'm Samantha Langley. Summer Bridge is one of the most beneficial programs that the University of Oklahoma has to offer its students. This program helped prepare me for college 4 years ago, and I am so glad that I've been able to stay involved and give back during my time here. This summer, I got the privilege to mentor 7 amazing students. To start out, I'd like to introduce a hardworking young man, Caleb Young from Grand Prairie, Texas, who will start his journey in the computer engineering program this fall. Claudia Merchant Brewer from Norman, Oklahoma, hopes to apply her skills in teamwork and her kind attitude to the mechanical engineering program. Corey Callens from Tulsa, Oklahoma, is a hardworking individual who has continually been recognized by his math tutors as a student that goes above and beyond to understand the material. He hopes to apply this determination to a degree in the Industrial and Systems Engineering program. David Capehart is from Sallisaw, Oklahoma, and he is ready to start his degree in computer engineering. He hopes to get involved with the Sooner Race team as soon as they open up the EPF again. He will be a great addition to any organization that he decides to join. Dylan Ruiz is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and is a light-hearted person who wants to pursue a degree in industrial and systems engineering. I can't wait to see how he brings his humor to the world of ISC. Lexi Barthelmess is from Bedford, Texas, and while she isn't sure what she wants to major in, she hopes that it leads to a career in NASA or SpaceX, and I have no doubt in my mind that she will be able to get there. And at last, but not least, we have the talented and artistic Rachel Phipps. She is excited to start pursuing her her degree in computer science this fall. Rachel wowed our entire program with her original drawings and artwork during our talent show a few weeks ago. I can't wait to see how she brings that creativity to the world of engineering. While this summer has been a new experience for all of us, these students have remained optimistic and plugged in. They have gone out of their way to attend class, afternoon sessions, study hall, and participate in our extra activities. I am extremely proud of the growth that I have seen within my group over the past 6 weeks. Please remember that I will always be available to you during not only the rest of your college experience, but your professional journey as well. Thank you so much for an amazing summer, and I wish you the best as you continue through your classes.
Thank you, coaches. Everyone, please help us recognize this amazing group of students and all their hard work within the AT&T Summer Bridge program. Well, we are now at a point in the program that I'm sure you have all been looking forward to. Dr. Chris Dalton will be joining us to introduce this year's engineering design project. Dr. Dalton is an associate professor in the School of Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering. He's been involved with the AT&T Summer Bridge program for 5 years. He is originally from Wichita, Kansas, where he developed his interests in mathematics, science, and engineering through a variety of experiences as a student. He attended the University of Oklahoma, where he went to complete his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree in mechanical engineering with an emphasis in thermal and fluid sciences. In 2015, he returned to his alma mater, where in addition to his teaching responsibilities, he serves as the coordinator for the mechanical engineering capstone program and the advisor for 2 student organizations, Sooner Off-Road and the Oklahoma Science Olympiad Alumni Association. Dr. Dalton is a humble leader that goes above and beyond to assist the people around him. He always finds a way to connect with his students and wants only the best for them. Dr. Dalton has become one of the crucial pillars of the AT&T Summer Bridge program. I hope he knows how much we appreciate his commitment to the success of the program. Thank you, Dr. Dalton. I will turn it over to you now.
Thank you, Chris, for that kind introduction. This is one of my favorite things I do every year. this program combines so many things that I enjoy and provides so much value to our incoming students that it's really a no-brainer that I continue to stay involved with it. And especially this year, I'm really excited that it did go forward because it provides so many wonderful experiences. But I'm here today to talk about the project that hopefully many of you have seen your students working on over the last 6 weeks. So the students were presented with a fairly simple goal. They were to design and build an electric boat that was capable of carrying a payload of pennies and going as fast as possible. The students were all provided a uniform set of materials that we shipped to them towards the beginning of the camp, and then they also had the opportunity to request additional materials. They were asked also to model the engineering design process, where they first researched a series of different options, came up with some different alternatives for their design, evaluated those designs against one another to identify the best possible solution, build, and then when their design didn't perform as expected, make some adjustments, redesign, and build again to get the best possible boat. And so obviously this goes without saying at this point, but not only did they have to go through this project, they had to do it virtually at distance. Normally we hold the project in the practice facility here on campus where everybody's right there in the same space. All the materials are there, all the helpers are there to assist at any point. They lost a lot of that access when we went virtually, but I'm pleased to say that they have still been able to complete the project successfully. One additional requirement that was put on all of the teams was that they had to have parts on their boat that were 3D printed. And we partnered with the emerging technologies team at the university libraries here in Norman to assist us in taking their designs from the CAD designs they did on the computer and actually building them and then delivering them back to the students. And joining us now is John Grime. He is a member of the emerging technology team there in the library system. And so he's going to talk a little bit about the 3D printing process, and he's also going to announce an award related to the 3D printing.
So hi, my name's John Grime, and I'm here to represent the 3-person emerging technologies team at the OU Libraries, and that's myself, Christy Wyatt, and Bobby Reed. And our basic role in this project was to provide the 3D printing facilities to create the sort of physical representations of these designs that were created by the students, and also to give some basic orientation and help with some software design tools and some principles to do with the design of the objects for 3D printing as and when it was needed. And after an initial tutorial from Bobby Reed, who's our head of emerging technologies, we set the student groups an opening challenge just to really start off our involvement with this. And that was to design a holder for some over-the-ear headphones. And we were really impressed by all of the designs that were submitted by the design teams, which were spanning a wide range of styles, and we were quite impressed by the creativity. So Alison, if we can pop this up. So here's a selection of a few of the things that we saw. And as you can see, people have very creative approaches to this and taking very different styles. But eventually, we managed to narrow down the entries to our favorite 2 designs. And so congratulations to groups 7 and 4, who took the 1st and 2nd place respectively. Can I see the next slide? There we go. So this is the design that took 1st place. So Bobby and Christy very much like this one, as did I. It's very whimsical and very fun. And I think there's a great deal of creativity that's gone into that. 2nd place in the next slide, please, Alison. Favorite design, not just for the color scheme, but also because of the cute little drawer, because I very rarely use over-the-ear headphones. And so I saw this and I thought, great, that would be a place for me to put the in-ear headphones in. So whoever was responsible for that little stroke of genius, congratulations. And these groups, as a prize, we're awarding them special print access to create large format 3D prints for whatever it is that they want within OU policies through the library, because we have a large number of printers in there. So either a single material or multiple materials. And then after the initial competition, the students began to submit 3D files for their boat parts to us online. And the emerging technology staff ran our 3D printers pretty much day and night to produce the prototype parts, which we then distributed back to the groups. And one of the things in particular we've been very impressed by is how high quality the designs were in the first place, but also how quickly the teams iterated upon those designs once they got the physical representations back in their hands and they could see what they wanted to change. So on behalf of the Emerging Technologies team, I'd just like to say congratulations to all the AT&T Bridge Program students for all of their hard work and their current and no doubt future successes. So thank you.
Thank you, John. And at this point, I would like to thank the Emerging Technologies team for their involvement throughout this process. As John mentioned, they have many 3D printers, but with a large number of students, which we sent 3D printed parts to all of them, it required an incredible investment in time and energy from that team to make this successful. So thank you. I'd also like this opportunity, or take this opportunity to thank all of the coaches that assisted with the project. They allowed me to sort of spread my attentions across all the teams and know that they were still getting additional attention from the coaches and guidance and encouragement. And then of course also the diversity and inclusion team who continues to allow me to be involved with this program. And so we'll go ahead and move to the awards. Before I announce the two awards, I want to say that I'm really proud of all of the students that were involved with the program this summer and completion of their projects. Doing a design project in an area that you're not familiar with is very challenging. And then of course that difficulty was amplified by the nature of the program this summer. This was a new project. This was something that we came up with early in the summer when we decided we were going to move forward with the program. And so it had not really been vetted very well. And so especially the first few weeks, I was getting a little nervous about where the boats would end up because obviously with the virtual connection, I cannot look over the shoulder of every team like I normally do when we're on campus. And so I'll admit last week I was a little concerned because I had not seen a whole lot of videos demonstrating completed boats, but all of the teams pulled together and successfully built their boats and were able to demonstrate them. And so all of you should feel proud of that accomplishment. Before we get to the awards, I almost forgot, we have a video. So this video is going to show you a little bit of what each team did. So they're going to be able to show off some of the things they did with their boats, as well as some of the design process and thought process that they went through to arrive at their final design. So let's take a look at that video.
Hello, my name is James Mahoney. I am from Group 1 along with Daniel Vargas and Kira Brown, and this is our summary video. Our main feature of the boat was doing a catamaran style boat with two buoy-like features underneath the hull of the boat, so then it could be more buoyant on the water. And the main issue with our boat was trying to both level it out with the weight as well as getting the materials, since it took quite a while for us to get our materials.
Hello y'all, this is Hadi Fawad from Group 2, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our group's boat project. In my group, we had Min Dang, John Murrier, and Sal Carrion. In our first meeting, we had already agreed on using the foam blocks as our hull. Our group worked very well together, and one of my favorite aspects is that there was no person in charge of creating the final product. Instead, we all worked on slightly different designs than our intended blueprint and chose which one worked the best in the end. We decided on using Min Dang's boat because his design carried the most amount of pennies and was relatively faster with the payload. Another one of my favorite aspects is that we were all very involved and excited to be working on our project, which made it fun and exciting every day. And on the days that we didn't want to work, we play Roblox. Yes, Roblox. So I would just like to thank everyone for listening to my little video and thank Group 2 for making this experience so much fun. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lexi Bartholomew, and I am presenting Team Force Summary Video. My team members are Jess Ho, Ryan Scroggy, and Ethan Lovell. When we first started our design, we decided on a flat-bottom steamboat as a general blueprint. We decided this for many reasons, with the two biggest being the ability to carry a large load of pennies and the central paddle. Here is a short time lapse of the construction process. The wiring was tricky because there were no sides to our design, so they had to be waterproofed. Also, cutting styrofoam is not as easy as it looks. Initial testing did not go as planned. This video was supposed to be a trial run before I recorded the actual initial testing values, but as you can see, the entire boat became overrun with water and was unusable after this trial. After observing testing, we decided we needed to change our design. We created a more compact design with two tubes acting as buoys. Inside these tubes, we also enclosed the battery and wiring so that they were completely waterproofed, using pennies to balance the other side. With this design, we saw improved velocities and payloads. This is our final design. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
My name is Heather Shimming, and this is my take on our boat's design.
My name is David Hernandez, and this is my take on the boat design.
I'm Rachel Phipps, and this is my take on our design.
I'm Mahit Shah, and this is my take on our boat design.
The 3D printed parts for our boat was a propeller and the hull is original.
And then here is a clip of our boat in action. And that's it.
My name's Anthony Moretti. I'm in Team with Fernando, Beto, and Thomas. This is our boat design. At first we went with a more speedboat design. We realized that it wasn't going to work because it would be too small and too frail to hold the weight of the battery pack and the penny pack. We 3D printed the penny pack to hold our pennies. We bought duct tape and a propeller on Amazon. And our propeller, we needed to find a way to get it on there without it falling off. So Fernando stuck a popsicle stick in there to make sure it stayed on. The duct tape is to keep it slick on the bottom so it moves to the water quicker. And the duct tape also keeps a lot of the battery pack dry. The straws keep it stable and buoyant. Without them, it wouldn't work. That's our boat. Thank you.
I would like to say special thanks to AT&T and Dolese for sponsoring this program. Without your sponsorship, our summer would have been completely different. I would like to say special thanks to Allison and the staff for making this summer possible and for opening doors that we didn't know were there for us.
So much work. So my favorite part of probably the design process was learning new 3D printing software and working in Tinkercad to design it.
Hi, I'm Dorian Harris, and my favorite part about the Summer Bridge was the connections I made with the teachers and the students and learning about the engineering process.
Thank you, AT&T and Dolese, for giving me the chance to come to such an amazing summertime bridge program. I've learned how to cooperate better with a team of unknown individuals and had a lot of fun with it.
Okay, so you can see there a lot of work and effort went into creation of those boats. And then I think you can hopefully also see the amount of enjoyment that the students got out of it. And then of course, some very impressive video skills amongst this crew in addition to their outstanding engineering ability. So now I will get to the awards. And so the first award is the presentation award. And so in addition to building their boat and creating this video for everyone, the students also had to deliver a presentation to a panel of judges that basically described the process of how they went from just the initial prompt through the design process, through testing, all the way to their completed boat. And so all of the students did an outstanding job in their presentations, but we did select a winner. And the award for the best presentation goes to Team 4, which is Lexi, Jess, Ethan, and Ryan. So congratulations to that team. Then the second award is for the boat performance. And so the initial prompt that the students were given was they wanted to build a boat that was both fast and also able to carry a payload of pennies. And there was a particular scoring metric that I used to evaluate those, where effectively having a larger payload was a multiplier on their velocity score. And we saw several really strong entries in terms of the final scores for the boat performance, but one team edged out all of the rest. That is Team 8, which is Avery, David, Caleb, and Afif. So congratulations to Team 8. And so in closing, again, I want to say how proud I am of all of the teams. This was not an easy thing to accomplish virtually, but all of you were still able to do that. And I would say based on this experience, you all are uniquely prepared to come to campus this fall and deal with any obstacles that are presented based on our current circumstances. And so again, congratulations on your work this summer. Well done, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Dalton, and congratulations to all of the winning teams, both of our overall Summer Bridge design project and the Emerging Technologies team initial design project. Before we close the ceremonies today, there are so many individuals that have played an important role in the success of the 2020 AT&T Summer Bridge Program. First, I'd like to give a special thanks to all of the faculty and directors and staff who've presented and made themselves available to our students during the program. The Williams Student Services Center and Pioneer Natural Resources Student Services Center advising staff, the Langley College of Engineering Advancement and Financial Services teams, the Emerging Technologies and Public Services staff at the OU libraries, as well as the folks at University College and OU Central Mail, along with so many other teams and departments across OU who've helped to make the day-to-day work of this program possible online. So most of you know the schedule and what it consisted of, but every day throughout the program, our instructors worked tirelessly with your students to ensure their success. Please join me in recognizing some of the most dedicated instructors around: our math instructors, Kayla Pearson, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gwelly, and Jordan Dancer. I'd also like to recognize our project coordinator who led the team projects, Dr. Chris Dalton, and our small group discussion coordinator, Mr. Chris Jeffries. And of course, Mrs. Lisa Morales, thank you for your guiding hand in the planning and execution of this program. Thank you so much to each of you. So there are not enough words for me to express the gratitude and appreciation that I feel for all of our program coaches and tutors. Each of these students signed on to the AT&T Summer Bridge team before they even fully knew what the plans for our 2020 program would look like. Each and every member of the student staff provided invaluable insight and feedback that was formative to the creation of the program schedule and activities. You've already heard from our program coaches, but I'd like to take a minute to recognize our entire 2020 AT&T Summer Bridge team. So starting with the coaches, Samantha Langley and Christian Newkirk, Elina Avila and Riley McCue, and then wrapping up our coaches, Cole Linam and Rayven Medice. And then in addition to our coaches, we had an extremely dedicated, caring, and knowledgeable tutoring staff. The first pair of tutors I'd like to recognize worked with Mr. Reynolds for college algebra, Preetha and Ellie. And then our college algebra tutors who worked with Kayla Pearson, Oni, and Justin. Our pre-calculus tutors who worked with Ryan Gwelly, Kim, and Sama. And finally, but certainly not least, our calculus tutors who worked with Ryan Dancer, Kira, and Adrian. All of these students were involved through every step of the process and took more ownership over the program and student experience than I think they were able to anticipate. Each upperclassman brought different strengths and experiences to the team, and it was so special for me to be a part of the bonding that kept our team together. You've each responded to a novel challenge with excitement and an abundance of care for the students in your charge. You've all been the heart of this program, and I hope you'll be able to reflect on the leadership experience in the future and the memories made that will surely last. And to all of our student guest speakers who were able to join us today, thank you so much for the time and willingness to share your wisdom with our students throughout the program. Finally, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank our program sponsors, AT&T and Dolese, without whose generous contributions this program would not be possible. But don't just take it from me. To all of you who have contributed to this program, please enjoy this special video thank you featuring some of our participants. This video will conclude the 2020 AT&T Summer Bridge Program. We appreciate all of your support for our students today. Now please enjoy these concluding remarks.
Thank you all so much for joining us today as we celebrate our Summer Bridgers. I have been so proud of this group of campers this year and the resolve that they've shown by being able to participate in this program through Zoom.
So being a part of this program is something that I think is extremely special because we are getting our foot in the door.
The best thing about the program is the people and the staff. They care for you and they really want you to have the best experience you can have.
I feel like the program gives you more of an insight on what it would be like to be an engineer and the kind of level of math that you'd be going into.
AT&T made a huge difference in the very earliest days because whenever I received my shirt, the very first words was, "You belong here." There was a ringing in my ear that said, "You do belong here, and there's reasons why you belong here."
So I think beyond strictly like educational opportunities, you also have opportunities to build a lot of relationships that can last you your entire 4 or 5 years at college.
I felt very accommodated for and cared for, and the fact that I had the opportunity to come in and learn with all these fantastic people, it broadened my view of things.
Everybody has been so helpful and encouraging throughout this entire program. They're all so much fun, and I love being in the group. It's definitely the highlight of each one of my days, and I can't wait to see them on campus.
I made some incredible connections. To be able to communicate with members early on through AT&T, not just for the simple fact that you're considered leaders, but you're also considered engineers. To me, that's beautiful.
I know that everyone is so grateful that we were given this opportunity, especially in this climate where it would have been really easy to just kind of say, oh, Summer Bridge can't happen this year. So I'm really thankful for everyone behind the scenes and the people that we know that put in so much work to be able to give us this chance to do Summer Bridge.
It's really amazing, and I really like to thank AT&T Summer Bridge for that, because it's not every day people don't get to see their life or be reminded of the good stuff.
Thank you to AT&T and Dolese for allowing me to have this incredible experience and to get my college education just that much further. I now feel a lot more prepared going into college.
It's not every day that we get something like this, so to see a group of individuals coming out to support us is really heartwarming to me.
I definitely do want to say thank you to the staff, coaches, teachers, and everyone who took their time out of their summer to focus on us and help us make that bridge between high school and college.
I'm so proud of how much you've all grown to do this program. It has been a crazy 6 weeks, getting through that math class and also handling your project sections. But you guys have become such better individuals, and you are so much stronger now than you were before. All of these tools and resources that you've had throughout the program are going to help you succeed and get your degree over these next 4 years.